Hey, let's make this super cute headband or ear warmer. Here's what you need for this. I highly suggest using a DK or 3-weight yarn. So the most common is the 4-weight yarn, which also is called worsted weight. You can do it with that because that's what most people have, but I find it to be a little thick and heavy for this headband. It's nice if you have a lighter weight yarn. It'll be more comfortable to wear. So a 3-weight yarn, a 4mm hook, and then you need scissors and needle. If you are a beginner, I suggest maybe having some stitch markers. So I'm going to show you how to do the half double foundation row. So this is an alternative to making a regular foundation chain and then half double crocheting into it. And there's nothing wrong with doing that. And I want to just start right now by saying, if that's what you're comfortable with, or if you go through this with me and you're like, screw that, Amy, I'm not doing that, just do it the way that you know how. Do the foundation chain and half double crochet into it, and that's your first row, okay? I'm just gonna show this to you as an alternative because it is a nice kind of level up for your projects that anything that goes around your head, like a headband or a hat, because you want the uniform amount of stretchiness to go throughout the whole piece. And when you make a foundation chain, you're limited to the tightness of that chain, and there's not as much stretchiness as there is in the rest of the rows. And this way it makes it so the stretchiness is uniform throughout the whole piece. So it's a good skill to learn. Try it if you can. If it's too frustrating, don't worry about it. It's not a big deal. Your project is still going to be amazing. But here's how to do it. And if you hate this and you don't want to do it, just fast forward through this bullshit and you do your regular chain and half doubles. All right, so if you want to try the half double foundation chain, I believe in you. If you want to do it, make your regular slip knot and then chain 2. 1, 2. I'm going to do this kind of extra loose just so you can see it a little better, because I know this is not the best yarn to be showing you on. Maybe I should do a different yarn. Okay, totally all over the place. All right, so you just chain 2. Now you're going to work into this top. You know how when you're working into a chain, you go through this loop here? You're going to go through that loop and the back bump. So you're going to have these 2 pieces like that, 2 pieces out of the 3 pieces of the chain on your hook. But since it's a half double, we're going to yarn over, and then we're going to work through those pieces. So the top loop and the back bump, yarn over, pull through, and you'll have 3 on your hook. Give this a little space. You don't want these to be tight, all right? Yarn over again, and just pull through the first loop, and that creates the bottom chain, okay? And now yarn over, pull through 3, and that is your half double. Now this is where people get confused, but once you know it, you know it. So remember how we created the first bottom chain? You're going to go through that, those 2, the V legs like that, of that chain that comes before the 3 you just pulled through. So go ahead and yarn over to do your next one and go back to this, go through this part of the V and this, sorry, I'm not showing you very clearly, this part of the V, okay? So it's the bottom of that chain, pull through, give it a little extra space, yarn over, pull through that 1 loop, you'll have 3 on your hook, yarn over, pull through all 3. And it's the opposite of when you have a regular foundation chain. Usually you have your slip knot tail over here. When you're doing the foundation row, you're going to have the tail on the right, and you're going to work the chain and the first row all together as one from right to left. And when I'm working it, I feel like I'm kind of working up in a straight line, but once you've got it, it will be all this way, okay? So let's do another one. Yarn over, look at the bottom, go into the 2 parts of the V on the bottom of the, what do you call this thing? Chain. Okay, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through the first loop, oops, and then yarn over and pull through all 3. Let's do it again, yarn over, here's where you came through, now you want to go behind that, go through those V's right there, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through the first, yarn over, pull through all 3. Okay, so it's going to start to look like this. So see how these look like half double crochets, and the bottom is going to look just like a chain. All right, do one more with you. Yarn over, go through the V here, yarn over, pull through, give a little extra length to that loop, yarn over, pull through the 1, yarn over, pull through all 3. And that's it. And it's important for that loop that you pull through when you go through that first V there and you pull through 1 loop. It's important that you, good Lord. Let's try that again. Sometimes it helps me if I just do one at a time. There we go. So this loop that you pull through, it's important that you give that one just a little extra length, because if you keep it too short, like if it's really short like this, your project will start to kind of curl like a rainbow. So just give it a little extra length here, yarn over, pull through the 1, and then yarn over, pull through all 3. And that way you won't have that rainbow effect. This is not the greatest yarn to be showing you on. It's a little easy to unravel. But I hope you can see clearly what this is starting to look like now. There are the half doubles. There is what looks like a chain in the bottom. But you're just, it's the same thing, you're just building it all at once. And that allows you to have a much stretchier give. All right, so go ahead and build your whole first row, your chain and row, foundation row, for as many as you want. I'm going to do probably around 80, but what you want is long enough to be the circumference of your head, or the head that you want to put this headband on, okay? So go ahead and just make it, measure it, put it up around your head. Don't stretch it too tight. Keep it kind of loose. Make sure that it's comfortable around your head. And once you get to that length, I will meet you at the end. Okay, kids. So, whoa, sorry, I'm tangled up here. So now, you should have something that looks like a half double crochet worm. Ooh, all right, nice and stretchy. Depending on the size of your noggin or whoever's noggin you're doing, you know, you probably made between like 70 and 90 half double crochet foundation row. I have 80 here. Now, the rest of this project, easy, easy, easy. You are going to now half double crochet into the back loops all the way up and down, up and down. We're going to repeat that until you have the width of the headband that you want. So here you are at the end of your foundation row, and you're going to go ahead and chain 2, 1, 2, turn your work. I like to turn like a page in a book from right to left, yarn over, and now in that, here's your chain, 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 and then that's your first stitch after the chain. In the back loop only, you're going to half double crochet. So instead of going through the stitch like that, you're going to go down into the center at the top of the stitch and just pull up that back loop, yarn over, pull through all 3. And that's your first half double. Now, if you're a very, very, very beginner, Also, I hope that this was not too frustrating for you if you did it. And if you did just the regular chain and then half double into the chain, that's super cool too. Whatever you did, I'm proud of you. Okay. If you are a very beginner, I would highly recommend marking this first half double that we just did, because sometimes you're going back and forth and back and forth. It's really easy to lose track of, like, you get to the end and it's confusing, which was the last stitch, especially maybe if you have a dark colored yarn or a kind of crappy yarn like the one I'm using here. I picked this because I had it in my stash and it's really soft, but it's stringy. So let's do another one. Okay, so mark that first stitch, yarn over, go into the top of the stitch, pull up the back loop, yarn over, pull through. You'll have 3 on your hook and pull through all 3. So y'all, this is it. Just half double crochet, yarn over, back loop, yarn over, pull through 3. Half double crochet all the way down your foundation row. And then when you get to the end, do just like you did at the beginning here. You get to your last stitch down here, go into this back loop, do your last one, then you're going to chain 2, turn your work, half double crochet all the way down the back loops only of that row, and you're going to repeat that over and over and over. And you're going to start to have these cute rows that look like this. And when you have the width that you want, I'm probably going to make 11 rows. This one that I made before, this is like, I made mine so it's approximately like 4 inches long. You can make it thicker, you can make it thinner. So make as many rows as you need to till you get to the desired width. Then we're gonna sew it together, and that's kind of a fun little part. So I'll see you when you have your headband width. Just a quick little update partway through. Here is what my headband looks like after 7 rows. So this is what you should have, something like this. So keep going. All right, we're ready to finish this. I made 11 rows. You can make yours as wide or thin as you want. This comes out to about 4 inches wide. So that's where I want it to be. And then as far as the length, it's like 18.5 inches long without stretching it. But you see there's a lot of stretch in this. So, all right, one note, if you made the foundation row instead of making a normal chain, just a note is that it'll be sort of the opposite of what it normally is when you make a chain and then crochet into the chain. So normally as to what the front or the back or the right side or the wrong side is. I marked my front with a stitch marker just for demonstration purposes. But you know, normally when you make a chain and then you crochet into it, normally your slip knot that you started with is going to be on the bottom left side, and that is the front of your project. It's the opposite when you do the foundation row chain. When you do all your first row and foundation row together, the front will actually be here with your tail, starting tail from your slip knot will be on the bottom right. So here's the thing. I don't think it looks outrageously different from side to side, and you put whichever side that you like on the outside. But there's going to be a definite outside and inside to this. And the outside part you want showing. I marked my outside part with this so I don't get too confused. But here's what we're going to do. So you have your last row. You finished your last stitch here, your last half double. And of course I don't have a hook. Oh, there it is. So now what you're going to do is go ahead and instead of chaining, you're just going to pull through and leave yourself a bit of a tail. It doesn't have to be super long, but leave yourself enough tail. You're going to sew this together, okay? just go ahead and pull that through. Well, I guess I left a really a long string. And here's what you're gonna do. If it helps you, because I got a little confused the first couple times I did this, mark the side that you want facing out, that's gonna be facing out to the world when you put it on your head. Mark it so that you know that's where it is, and you're going to flip the piece so that the outside, the part that you want facing out, is face down. And then take the legs, or the ends, the legs, I don't know, I just called it, take the ends and fold up like this, and fold up like this. So your facing outside is here on the table. And now take the right end and place it over the center of the left end. Fold the left end over across, and fold the right end, which has your tail that you're going to use to sew, over, and you'll have a layer sandwich like this. Now this is the most important part, is that you don't miss the ends that are on the inside here, okay? So we're gonna sew just like you crochet from right to left. So just flip this now so that your sewing end is there. And we're just gonna sew back and forth across here. And my ends look crazy because I actually started it and then I took it out to show you better. So, but this is the most important part, to have it turn out right. I've done these in the past, like when I was more of a beginner, and if you miss any of these ends, you'll have a hole. So go ahead and thread your needle, and I'll show you. It's very easy. You just have to be careful to get everything. So where we're gonna enter, you don't wanna enter like right up here at the top, the very, very top, because you don't wanna miss this. So you can go down just a little bit, but I'm gonna start, here's the thread on the farthest from me. I'm just gonna start here and go through, like that, okay? So this first one is important because you wanna get this end. All right. This yarn is a little slippery. Okay. Make sure I'm getting everything in here. Okay, note to self, never demonstrate anything with this yarn again. It's really stretchy and slippery, which makes it really soft, but it's a little hard to demonstrate with. Okay. So we're gonna go through this first one here. I'm just gonna go down a little bit here, and then be sure to get into this piece on the inside, the next layer, and through the end there, okay? Go ahead and pull that nice and tight, and then just come back toward, and same thing, go through here and be sure to get through each layer. Make sure it's nice and tight. And then just go all the way down. Make sure you're not missing any of it. You don't have to be exact as to where you place it. You just want to be sure you get all the layers and that you come down far enough so that you're not missing any of it. And as we get toward the left end, you can keep rearranging to make sure you have everything. See, now here, I don't want to miss this layer here. You should have 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 layers. Okay. hopefully will be easier for you if you don't have slippery yarn like this. Okay, so now we're coming down to the end. Let's make sure we have everything evened out. Man, I'm making this look so difficult. And then this can probably be our last stitch. And here's our tail end. And you really don't have to worry about that. You can sew it in if you want, but let's make sure we have all of this. I'm gonna do one more through here. Okay, and then at this point, you can check it to make sure it looks okay. So flip it around, and this is what it will look like, your little knot. Make sure you don't have any holes in here. Okay, I think it looks good. And now you can just finish off the end however you would like. You can run through here, do a little knot. And then you can weave in the ends through here. Maybe you know what I'll do is I'll tie it in a little knot with the tail end to finish it, to secure it. Give it a trim. Then you can flip it around. Oops. So there's our stitch marker. That's the right side out now. And you can lay it down flat. You can see you have a cute little twist. Ta-da! So that's it. That is the twist headband. It's a nice simple project, and it's a good one to use up some extra yarn too. So I hope you liked that, and happy crocheting. I hope your headband turns out great.